everybody, welcome to Zephyr Travels. In this video we are at Lime Rock Park Racetrack in the northwestern corner of Connecticut, and this track is the oldest continuously operating racetrack in the United States. They've recently held events here for the ARCA Series and the NASCAR Truck Series. This weekend we are here for an SCCA weekend, and they have multiple events going on. On the main track they've got cars running. They have a proving grounds in the center, which I think they're doing rides, and then down in the main parking area they have an autocross, and that's probably to me the most interesting thing here this weekend is the autocross, because it's something I've done in the past. I've done a few weekends with autocross with one of our cars back in the day, and I really enjoy watching that, and I have knowledge of exactly what they're doing, so that kind of helps. But we're going to take you around, show you some of the different things that are going on here, and kind of give you some details, probably a lot more information on the autocross than anything else, because that's where my knowledge base is. But we also here with a group of Airstream people, and we have our Airstream here, and we're camping out right on the race grounds for the weekend, so it's kind of fun, and we'll show you a little bit of that. But there will be more video on that and why we're here with that group in the Zephyr Travels video, so make sure to check out our other channel for that. This is the proving ground section of the racetrack, and behind here they look like they're doing some type of ride along. As you can see, this Murcielago by us in the background. There's various cars here. I've seen a Corvette, the Murcielago, and a few other vehicles, and it looks like they're taking people out for rides around the proving ground course, which looks like it'd be a lot of fun. This area over here is the pit area for the autocross. You can see there's a lot of autocross cars parked in here, waiting their turn to get some time on the track. Then behind me is the proving grounds again. This is the autocross event, and so there's a race course laid out in all these cones, and the way the cones are laid out tell you something. So if you see a cone laying on its side, that's a direction. So where look at the cone as being an arrow pointing, and so it means you have to go that way. You see an area where there's two cones stacked side by side.
Yeah.
that means you have to go through that area twice. And then if you look, there's also chalk marks on the course, and there'd be like arrows telling you what direction you're supposed to go. And so the course comes in over here, it comes around through this section here, goes back over there, does a loop, and then comes back through this section a second time. That's why you have the double cones there and over there, coming through here, a set of double cones. And then it loops around and goes across the back through by the fence area, then comes around here to where that section there where the cones are laying on their side, every other one. And that's the last turn, and then the gate is over there where you stop. That's pretty much the course. And I have a couple parts off. And I've been watching, and there's been a few cars out running it. It's difficult when you're in the car to do this. You're watching the course and you're trying to run it through your head. Where you go. I mean, really, when you do something like this, they have the opportunity to come out in the morning and walk the course. And you really should do that, because that way you kind of put it in your brain. This is how you got to go, and this is where you got to do your turns and such. Otherwise, it's very easy to get out there and get messed up. And I watched a few drivers do that. They miss a turn, and then the next their time is gone, because they've missed a turn. And so then you've got to go out and rerun it. So it really helps to kind of memorize the course ahead of time. Then also, if you're a new beginner driver, they will have someone in the car with you to make sure to kind of guide you through it. And they kind of coach you, and they may tell you the course a little bit, but they're depending on the person. Some of them will talk to you while you're doing it and talk you through it. Some of them will wait to the end and just kind of give you guidance on what the course was. So they run the cars in groups, and the cars have numbers that's how they score them. They score to the number. And then the class, on some of the cars you see like a letter next to the number, so it'll be like 12X or XB or something like that, and that's the class of car. And so there's a stock class, there's a modified class, there's people who do this. None of this is professional, but there are people who do this every few weeks, go to event, and compete for a championship. So it's more involved than just showing up and having fun on Saturday, but that is also part of it. Some people just do this because they want to go out and just have some fun on a Saturday with their car, and it's a great way to do it because the cars, you can use the car that you drive back and forth to work in. You could drive it completely stock and not do anything to it, or you can spend some money. A lot of people will buy special tires, and there's certain things within the rules that you can do to the car that keep it into class, so you would do that type of stuff if you get more into it. But if you just want to get out there and do it, you can. And some people just go out and buy a real cheap car as a track car and do just this with it, and it's not their daily driver because it probably wouldn't be that dependable, and they don't want to wreck their dependable daily driver car.
Right.
So they go out and do that with one of these cars. Well, it's quiet now at Lime Rock Park. Today is Sunday, and Lime Rock Park has a tradition where they do not allow track activities on Sunday And that's out of respect for the people who live in this surrounding neighborhood. And it goes back to the beginning of when the track was built, that they made this compromise saying that they would not do Sunday activities so that the people in the neighborhood could enjoy a quiet afternoon, a quiet day of worship. And for us, that means it's time for us to get packed up and head back home. So we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you liked or disliked about the video. Have you ever been to Lime Rock? What was your experience here? Thank you for watching, and until the next time, we will see you all down the road. Bye.